chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. This is fun. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Welcome to the Brown Chicken, Brown Cow Show. How we doing over here? I'm here with Jess Lee. Say hello.
Woo, hello. You asked me how I'm doing, so I'm conditioned to respond with like a woo, like a concert.
Like a good audience member. I appreciate it.
Yes.
So, we are talking about sex work this month, Jess Lee. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't, but we don't know who you are.
Well, oh, ha, that's funny. And you won't. No.
So.
My name is David, and I'm really excited to be here. So excited, in fact, that I forgot to say my name. But we're here with a wonderful human being who we actually got to talk to last week. Say hello, Q, please.
Hi.
Now, Q, on top of everything that you heard in the last podcast, which I'm not even going to go over, you got to click on it right here to see it. We're not even going to go over it, but we're going to find out a little bit about the O.School.
Yay.
Yes. So, okay, can you tell us a little bit about what the O.School is?
O.School is an amazing new platform that I'm super excited to be involved with. Andrea Barica is a person who worked in venture capital in Silicon Valley, having relationships with folks who were masculine of center or trans-identified, recognizing that there was no space to readily find quality sex education information for folks who were queer, trans, non-binary, the list, decided to do something about it and actually created this platform that allows for folks who are, we call pleasure professionals. That's me.
Oh, that's such a cool title.
I know, right?
I want to be that.
No.
Q Wilson, pleasure professional.
Oh,
Your
God.
service.
How
Please
would
tell me you
you...
have business cards.
I don't with that on it yet.
You need to say that holding a martini, like at a casino.
Bourbon and ginger, no martinis.
No, oh.
But
Okay.
Andrea made the site, and what she wanted was to allow people to have free access and ready access to all of this information. So she created this platform, and basically we do live streams from I think 3 to 8 or 9, 3 to 8, I don't remember, specific time. And there are pleasure professionals all over the world. And what happens is you can go to our website, O.School, instead of O.School.com or O.School.org, it's O.School. School is the last part of that. So there are tons of pleasure professionals on there. We have people who have backgrounds in everything from registered nurse to clinical physicians to harm and risk reduction folks. So what we choose to do on the platform is actually whatever we want to do. And it's based on what we know. So we talk about things we know. We're very knowledgeable in the things. I'm a certified sex educator as well as a porn star, leather community person, all these sorts of things. So
And you play rugby, I learned.
And I play rugby.
Oh, right.
Second
He does
row.
everything.
How you doing?
Coming on strong.
I am curious, though. How did you get to be a pleasure professional?
I saw something about O.School at an event maybe last year. I went to, and then I went to Catalyst Con West in LA. I had applied to be a pleasure professional on the site, and they were like, oh, well, can you do a demonstration for us? Can you da-da-da-da? I'm like, I'll be at Catalyst Con that week. And they're like, oh, we'll be there too. I was like, oh, great. So they came into one of my workshops, and immediately after I was done, Andrea came up and was like, you're in. You're so in.
Oh, that's so great.
I was teaching my strap-on class to not a queer-based audience. So I had to make that adjustment and do some stuff. So, but it was great to meet Andrea, see her enthusiasm. This is her passion project and means a lot to her. And so I'm super excited to be on board and doing the things that will help promote this and get the word out.
So each individual live stream, it contains sort of like a lesson. You're kind of teaching people about different topics. So you mentioned as an example, teaching people how to use a strap-on. What's another example of it? I'm just trying to give people an idea of what kind of stuff they're signing up for.
We have other folks that do things like sex after trauma, sex after birth, sex that's uncomfortable, strengthening your pelvic floor, any of that sort of stuff. The gamut of things I teach are anything from flirting to...
I need that.
I teach a class on flirting. I teach sex with strap-ons. I teach, porn, not your parents' porn is the name of the thing that I do there.
Beautiful.
But anything in the spectrum of queer, sex ed, anything kinky, leather that I can talk about because I identify as a service boy. So I'm happy to talk service topics. Like I'm doing a new class called Service on the Road, which is something I've been doing personally for years. I'm like, why did I not teach this class?
That's great.
So we do everything from just dating and information. We have one of the pleasure professionals is someone who is wheelchair bound and lives with an assistant who is their lover. So they talk about their segments are called Crip Sex.
so hot.
You know, so so we've got people who have broad range of experience and talents that bring it all to pleasure professional life, and it's all free is the most important thing about that.
Beautiful.
The live streams themselves are free. That was one of the key things that Andrea wanted, was instead of having to pay or go behind a paywall to get everything, at least give people access to the information at some point in a free manner. So when it's being done live and the live streams are done, you can hop online and hop in, and we also have like a chat. So we love interactive things, but we also recognize that where people may be watching us are in foreign countries where it's prohibited. So they may not log in to type. They may, like, instead of their IP address being registered, they're doing something behind a wall, so they're not in trouble. So we recognize that, but we also encourage people to come into the chat and ask the questions that you want to ask. We can't really help if you don't tell us what you're looking for. I could tell you things about my life and things that are going on all day, but I really like to have the opportunity to share information that people actually want.
Well, then I've got to put you on the spot because you did mention flirting and being an asexual male in this society. I'm really clueless about flirting. I was wondering, what's like a big tip for you?
One of the things I like to do, I've taught people at conventions, is called what I call drive-by flirting. When we're at cons and events, especially in the evening, I don't know if you've got not in your actual car. So when we're at
That's weird, that's catcalling.
That's catcalling, and that is bad. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
So I noticed that for myself, when I'm at a con or an event, when I am going, like, I have a daytime outfit and a nighttime outfit. Whatever the outfit is, I've put it together with some thought, particularly the nighttime outfit. It's usually the more spectacular one. Picking something that someone has on, earrings, jewelry, a piece of their clothing, and going, hey, that's a really nice shirt. And just walking off. If you glance over your shoulder, I'm like 97% of the time, they're like, who is that awesome human that just said something nice about my thing? So that's one way to flirt with. And I flirt, and I try to teach people to flirt without attachment to outcome. It's a lot easier. It's a lot harder than it sounds, I know. And it's one of those things that when you learn to flirt without attachment to outcome, the way you project yourself is very, very different. It doesn't feel like the other person doesn't feel like there's some sort of pressure or commitment involved.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go, David.
I'm a
Also,
master now.
The other thing, here's the here's the clue that you're gonna need.
Yeah.
I call it trick cards. Get a business card that has your name and whatever contact information you want some random person to have about you. And I generally say put a picture of yourself on it, because I collect cards when I'm at events all the time. It's the ones with the pictures on it that I'm like, oh yeah. So if you've got a room or like, hey, just thought I'd give you my card. Let me know if you want to spend some time together. Put your room number on it, your number, let them text. Like, text me.
Your business card needs to be like Kevin Napur from Mean Girls, just be like badass MC and then like smooth motherfucker. David, that's what your card should say.
Do it.
Thank you, Q.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, I'm learning so many things.
I was curious, if it's all right, I'd love to hear actually a bit more on the serious side about your community work or activism.
I have been an activist for a really, really long time now. As a person of color, born and raised in the South, you kind of step into it whether you want to or not, if you're going to live a life that's comfortable or means anything to you at all, in my opinion. So I've been doing activist work around race relations and issues as long as I've been doing LGBTQ stuff. So I am very fortunate in that I am one of those people that my gift and talent is that I am a great orator. I'm really good with the words and the stuff, and helping other people find the words and stuff that match the other people's words and stuff.
That
so
should
they
be
can
on
stop
your
throwing-
business card. You're really
helping
good with the words and stuff.
So they can stop throwing bricks at each other and find a good, comfortable middle ground, and then go, oh, that's what you meant. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, I heard. It was like, oh, see, we're like this close. Now we can walk down this path together and stop beating each other up. So that's what I've wanted to do, and it just expanded from LGBT workplace advocacy and LGBT rights to sex worker stuff and all of these sorts of things, because in my world, I am part of a lot of different circles in the Bay Area. It's really different. Living in South Carolina, I think anyone who's ever born and raised in the Bay Area, I encourage you to get out of the Bay for 3 years. Then come back so you can understand what kind of bubble you actually live in. So I've recently started doing drag king stuff again.
Oh, yeah.
I am in the kink leather BDSM community and a sex worker. So my drag king, like I was at the show Shenanigans, Chico Suave runs that, and when he introduced me, I couldn't do anything but blush. I pulled a monkey. I blushed because
Hashtag pull the money.
he was doing the intro I'd written, doctored it a little bit, and he's like, and this is one of the best sex educators I know in the Bay Area, and I'm like, I wasn't expecting that, and the people in that room weren't people that are normally in any of the sex work stuff I do. So now they know not only am I a drag king who runs around being all Rico Suave, whatever. I actually do have an education behind all of that, and there are other things that I can talk about. So the overlap in the Bay Area, everybody kind of does a lot of everything, and that's how we support each other. Sex workers show up for drag king stuff, drag kings show up for sex workers. It's just a big sort of overlap of things, and I'm really appreciative that I've found a community that lets me be all of the things. As an ADHD human, I say thank you. And lets me be all the things and connect them in ways that I feel are really, really beneficial and work out for me as well as other people.
That's really beautiful. So, okay, we're coming up near the end of our time. We haven't asked you yet what barnyard animal you would be. And it can be any barnyard animal. It
Or
could be
non-barnyard animal.
It could be just an animal.
Just because I have to. I have a lover that still calls me Bast, and since I just
Ooh.
saw Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther.
Ooh,
I would be a panther.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
I
the
would slaughter
coolest
everything
one.
in the barnyard.
Okay, so never inviting him back. We're gonna get We're gonna get attacked.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Great. Thank you so much for coming on Q. It's been really
wonderful.
great having you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you folks should tune in on April 13th. We're gonna have.
Can we put a button there like this?
Yes,
Just
right
a button.
You keep
here.
doing your thing. You keep
This
doing
is-
your
We're
thing.
just gonna press the button.
I don't know what this button does, but it does a thing. You can tune in on April 13th, where we will be interviewing Melinda Ruger on harm reduction services in terms of sex workers. And I think now is the time for us to stop this. So tune in next week, and we'll see you soon.